Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, and you know what that means. Weigh in and meeting topic. If you watched my weekend vlog, you know we ate out every single meal from Friday night to Sunday night. We had dinner out Friday night. We had breakfast and dinner out Saturday. We had breakfast and dinner out on Sunday. And Saturday afternoon, there were some snacks to be had. That's all I have to say about that. So I was very, very worried getting on the scale this morning. Now, I will say over the weekend, I did okay, but I was still eating out. Friday night, I had 2 slices of pizza instead of my usual one. And I had a cookie. And Saturday morning for breakfast, it was a breakfast out. It was a breakfast sandwich. And, you know, I don't know how much cheese was on there, all that stuff. I felt like I did okay. Did I do great? No. Did I do horrific? No. It was not an eating frenzy. I did not eat my face off. But it was eating out all those meals. So I was scared to death this morning to step on the scale. But I gave myself a pep talk before I jumped on. And I said, you know what? Doesn't matter what it is. You have to face it. Burying your head in the sand is not going to do anyone any good. Get on the scale, face it, and realize that you ate out all that. Like, you did it to yourself kind of thing. I had myself so psyched up for a 3 or 4 pound gain, and I lost 0.2. You know, a loss is a loss. I will never, ever complain ever about a loss. Sorry, I need this morning. I will never, ever complain about a loss, and especially a loss after a weekend like I had. So I'm thrilled. So down 0.2, chipping away. So yeah, it just goes to show you if you just, you know, you saw on Sunday, I cut that burger in half and those fries and I got rid of it. Like, yep. Could I have eaten the whole burger? Could I have eaten that entire stack of fries? Oh, could I have eaten the appetizers that they ordered? Could I have eaten dessert? Yeah. But you know what? I didn't need it and I didn't want it. And this is why. I felt in control and that paid off. It paid off. So I'm thrilled, needless to say. Hopefully, this is now like 3 or 4 weeks in a row, and they're little losses, but guess what, my friends? They're adding up, and that's okay with me. So let's get into this meeting topic. It is my goal, is my weight loss goal right for me? I'm going to see what they say, and then we'll chat about what I want to say. The answer actually depends on this question. Is your goal achievable, sustainable, and meaningful to you? To find out, start with a healthy target of 1 to 2 pounds a week and go from there. Let's go back to 2018 when I started Weight Watchers. So when I started in February of 2018, my big picture goal was 50 pounds by my 50th birthday. And I started February 13th, and my birthday was September 9th. And I felt that that was a pretty reasonable goal. So that was my big goal. But if I focused on that big goal, I probably would have got discouraged. So I made little goals. I said, okay, well, my first goal is 20 pounds by Memorial Day. I think I had 20 pounds off by the end of March, beginning of April. So I was well exceeding my goals, which was a good thing because it did keep me motivated. I did end up making my 50 pounds before I think a week or 2 before my birthday. And then I made goal on September 11th, which was 56 pounds was my WW goal. And then I made my personal goal in October. Now, has that goal changed? Yes, it has. It has changed with age and it has changed with menopause. I used to be about, at my lowest, I was 18 or 19, 18 pounds under goal. That was not sustainable for me. It was not sustainable for me. Was it attainable? It was, because I did attain it, but it was not sustainable. I could not keep that low. My comfort zone is about 10 pounds under goal, between 8 and 10 pounds under goal. And right now I am only 2 pounds under goal, and I am not comfortable with that. I just don't feel comfortable. And I know my body has gone through some changes. I can weigh exactly the same that I weighed, but my body has shifted. And everybody says you get a menopause belly. And I'm like, yeah, well, whatever, maybe I won't. Well, I did. My weight has shifted down. And I have more belly fat and belly weight than I ever have. And I hate it. I'm working on it. I don't know what's going to happen with that. We will see. So it's amazing how you can weigh the exact same thing, but your whole body shifts. And it's not fun. But it's what we deal with, and it's what we try to live with and try to correct. So as far as sustainability, like I said, being 18 pounds under goal was not sustainable for me. Being 10 pounds, 8 pounds, that is sustainable for me. So that is what I am striving to get back to. I like a bigger cushion than 2 pounds. So, is your goal meaningful? You know, when I started this, it was very meaningful to me. I was going to be turning 50, and I was 198.2 pounds. And I always avoided the scale. So honestly, the night I went to WW, I had no idea how much I weighed. I just remember, like, when I would go give blood or do whatever, I never looked at the doctor's office. Never looked at the scale. When I would go give blood or have to give my weight, I always said 180. I was 18.2 pounds heavier than that 180. So it was a little bit of a shock. I'm glad I went before I hit 200, because I think that would have put me in a funky mindset, but it is what it is. So that 50 pounds by 50 years was very, very meaningful to me. Like, that held something for me. So make sure, especially if you're at the beginning of your journey, to make a realistic goal, a sustainable goal, and make a goal that is healthy. I mean, we can, you know, be 200 pounds and say, well, I just want to lose, and we could be like, you know, 5 foot, I'm 5'4", and say, well, I want to be 180. That'll be good. While it might be good for you, it's probably still not a healthy weight. That's a lot of weight to carry on a smaller frame. So while I want you to have realistic goals and have goals that were comfortable for you, you also have to make sure that you're still going to be in the healthy range. Is it going to be hard? Yes. Yes, it's going to be hard. Being overweight's hard. Losing the weight is hard. Maintaining the weight is hard. You have to choose your hard. With being overweight, your hard can lead to a whole lot of other things. Choose your hard. Okay, enough about that. Let's go on to what they say, because I'm getting off on a tangent. Try this. Do you have a time frame in mind for your weight loss? If the answer is yes, and guess what example they give? I don't read this, guys, before I get on here. By blank, a birthday or other milestone. So there you go. See? I was writing these before I knew it. Or no, I just want to make a change. And guess what? Either one is fine. Either one is fine. Some people are goal-oriented, and some people are more motivated while working towards a goal. Other people feel a goal is a leash. It's a strangle. It's a choke collar. And they feel that if they don't achieve that goal, then they feel like a failure. So you have to decide what kind of person you are. I am goal-oriented. So for me, having set goals is a good thing. But I totally understand if you're not goal oriented and having a goal might be way too much pressure on you. Decide what kind of person you are and decide which path you want to take. There's no wrong, my friends. It is your journey. As long as you are doing it healthily, is that a word, healthily? And sustainably, there's no wrong. So yes, if you have a time frame in mind, it says do the math. If your date is 10 weeks away, your goal might be 15 pounds, because that's a pound or a little over a pound a week, which is a healthy, sustainable loss. If you don't have an end date or a goal in mind, think about the minimum you would like to lose and work from there. If your minimum is 10 pounds, come up with a reasonable time frame and divide it by 1 or 2, because honestly, guys, sustainable weight loss is 1 to 2 pounds a week, sometimes even less, depending on your metabolism and your age and your activity level and things like that. It could be a half a pound a week. That may be your sweet spot, and that's okay. That's okay. If you lose a half a pound a week, in 1 year, you're down 26 pounds. How fast does a year go? It goes pretty fast. So 26 pounds in a year, that's a whole dress size. So don't poo-poo the small losses. Little things add up. If you're not sure, that's okay too. Aim for about 6 pounds a month. That is a reasonable, healthy loss. So then they want you to say, my goal. I want to lose blank pounds over the next blank weeks. Write it down. Put it somewhere. Put it on your fridge. Put it on your pantry. Put it on your snack cabinet. And remind yourself, look, this is my goal. Will reaching into this fridge for something other than fruits or veggies or, a lean protein, will it help me achieve that goal? While it may taste good for that minute, it's not going to move you closer to your goal. And that's the end game. That's the end result we want. Now, I am not saying not to have a little treat here or there, but you need to rein them in. Even all of these low point treats or these hack treats or something like that, they are still just that, my friends. They are still just treats. The world has us so conditioned that we need to reward ourselves, that we need sweets after dinner, that we need dessert every night. We don't. Those foods do nothing for our overall nutrition. They are fluff foods. They are fun foods. They are treats and sweets. We do not need them to survive. Remind yourself of that. And especially now with all the new studies coming out about the, erythritol and things like that, whatever side of the fence you're on, that's okay. But just be cognizant of it, because you might think you're not eating a lot of it. Check the sugar alcohols in the food you're eating. You might be eating a whole lot more than you think, because that's where the erythritol shows up, in the sugar alcohols. It shows up in a lot of our protein bars, especially the ones that taste like candy, mentioning no names. It shows up in our sweeteners. It shows up so many places. If something says 0 sugar, it may not have real sugar, but it's going to have a sugar replacement. And a lot of times those sugar replacements make you crave more sugar. 100% true. The sugar replacements make you crave more sugar. Sugar is just as addictive as nicotine. We need to learn to the sugar. I'm not saying I don't eat sweet treats. I most certainly do. And I use real sugar in my tea now, but I use a half a teaspoon. You just have to be mindful of it. If you are eating these sweet treats every day, whether they fit into your points or fit into your calories or fit into your plan, you still don't need a sweet treat every day. I know that's harsh, and I know you don't want to hear that. I know that. I didn't want to hear it either. I did not want to hear that I did not need a bowl of ice cream every single solitary night. I didn't want to hear it. But you see what happened. So just try to find little things like that that are going to help you achieve these goals. I don't know why I got off on that. Well, I do know. Let's dive a little deeper. It's normal to have dream digits you want to see on the scale. Wouldn't we all like to be 120 pounds? And you can get there, just probably not by next Tuesday. Also normal, not knowing what number makes the most sense for you or not wanting a long-term target at all, and instead taking weight loss a week or a month at a time. You don't need one big goal to be successful. You don't. You are successful with every ounce you lose and keep off. That's where the success comes from. Every ounce you lose and every ounce you take off or you keep off. That's success, my friends. It's not easy. So you have to remember that ounces add up to pounds. You can do this. It's okay if you're slow. And then it says the right goal for you. The one you're most likely to achieve will always be the one you can break down into smaller steps, like 1 or 2 pounds a week, that feel attainable in a healthy way. That means without depriving yourself or sacrificing girls' nights, birthday cake, or anything else that's important to you. I'm going to admit, when I started Weight Watchers, I think in the however many weeks it took me to lose, I think I only had 1 gain or 2 gains. But I will also admit that looking back, I would do it a whole lot different. I went with the diet food mindset. Everything was 0 sugar, everything was 0 fat, everything was a hack, everything was this. And looking back, while yes, I lost the weight and I lost it fast, not sustainable. And what do they say? You have to be sustainable. It was damaging my health. I was having a lot of inflammation and joint pain, and come to find out, it was from all of the artificial stuff I was eating. I cut all that out and boom, all that was gone. So while, yes, I lost the weight and I lost it quickly, I was damaging my body, and it was not sustainable. It was attainable, not sustainable. And now I understand the difference, and I'm working to fix that, and I have. So it's a fine line. You have to do what you are comfortable with, and you have to do what you can do. And I say this in every single video. You have to do what you can do for the rest of your life. And you know what? I certainly could not go the rest of my life using 2-ingredient dough for everything. Because guess what? It's good. It ain't great. It doesn't make a great pie crust. It does, I told myself it did. And now I'm not eating it anymore because I couldn't tell myself it did anymore. Just a whole lot of things. I just, like in recipes, I would have to use a 1/4 cup of light butter because light butter is mostly oil and water. Not good oil, where now I can use a tablespoon of real butter in a recipe because it's got the flavor, it's got everything you need in it. You can use so much less. Same with milk, like dairy milk. I still use a low-fat milk just because I like the mouthfeel a little bit more sometimes. But when we're in Pennsylvania, we buy, raw whole milk, and we love that too. But I did not like almond milk. Or oat milk, or macadamia milk, or cashew milk. I tried, my friends. I did. If it was buried in a recipe, it was okay. But like I could never have it on a bowl of cereal or something like that. I just did not like it. And I thought to myself, why am I doing this? I'm not enjoying it. I'm not going to be able to do this for the rest of my life. So there are the questions you have to ask yourself. Is what you are doing on your journey, are you going to be able to do it for the rest of your life? Like I look at some of these diet foods that are out there that, you see them all over TikTok and Instagram. There's like some kind of Pop-Tart, I think. It's like 6 for $20. Okay, I'm not telling you to go out and eat real Pop-Tarts because they're full of crap. I make homemade Pop-Tarts. They're little hand pies, basically. But you know what? They're not 20 bucks and they're not full of crap ingredients. So you can find other ways around it than buying these foods that you see on TikTok or Instagram or, is it really sustainable to buy 6 Pop-Tarts for $20? Not in my budget, it's not. Or, other stuff. You don't need anything fancy. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. The better quality food you eat, the fuller you are going to feel. So you're not going to need massive amounts of it. You don't need to be a volume eater when you eat good quality whole foods, because they are going to fill you up quicker and they are going to leave you satisfied and satiated longer. But now I'm getting off topic again, and that's for a different video. I need to make that video about keeping foods simple. And I think there was a little bit of confusion when I talked about making that video before. I meant our food choices, not recipes. And I think everybody was hoping for some simple recipes. I cook 100% from scratch. While they're simple to me, they're probably not simple to a lot of people. But I just meant talking about keeping foods simple on our journey. Because let me tell you, I used to not keep food simple and now I do. But like I said, that's a different video. And I am getting way off track today. I think, I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just in a mood, I guess. And I apologize because this is not a very good video. Let's finish it up. Okay, so also remember that every goal is editable. As the weeks go by and you rack up mini wins, or as life and setbacks happen, don't be afraid to pivot. You can set a new target or just stick to short-term goals. This journey isn't a straight line. Adjusting your destination and definition of success is okay. It may even be the key that keeps you going. I can totally relate to that because I've had to edit my goal. I am not going to be 18 pounds under my WW goal. I'm not. It is not sustainable for me. And I had to come to terms with that, and I had to be okay with that. My size 2 jeans may not fit me anymore. My body has shifted. I'm not going to get down to 18 pounds below goal. I really don't think I am. And I'm okay with that. As long as I am healthy, as long as I look good. Yes, I know that's vain. I'm sorry. I'm vain. I want to look nice. I want to look good because that makes me feel a little bit more confident. Is that wrong? It might be. But that's okay because it's my reality. I like to feel good. I like to be able to be active and move like a crazy woman. I like to look good. I like to feel good and healthy. And I like to have inner peace. And all those things together bring me inner peace. So I'm okay with not being 18 pounds under goal anymore. My goal is editable. It has to be. Your goal has to be editable because things change. So don't be afraid to change it up because sometimes you just have to. With that, we're going to wrap it up with the 3 fast facts from this video. A healthy rate of weight loss is an average of 1 to 2 pounds a week. And guess what? That's an average. For you, it might be a half a pound, and that's okay too. Everyone experiences gains and plateaus along their weight loss journey. Absolutely. And you know what? It might not be a real gain. If you've had a great week, you've had a great week. You get on that scale and you expect to lose a pound and a half, and you're up 2 ounces. And you're like, what the heck? Stop and think. Could it be because you worked out a little harder and your muscles are holding more water to repair themselves? Could it be that you haven't gone to the bathroom in a couple days? Because we know that this journey messes with that whole system. Could it be your hormones? There's so many different things it could be. You can't get discouraged if that happens. You just have to keep going. Trust me, it happens. And research shows that when we set more realistic weight loss goals, we are more likely to be successful. Set those little goals, my friends. And you know what? Maybe some week, maybe you just are not feeling a weight loss goal for that week, but maybe you're feeling I want to exercise for 40 minutes instead of 30 minutes, or I want to eat 2 vegetables with my dinner instead of 1 vegetable with my dinner. Those goals are okay too, because those goals will help you achieve the weight goals. Every goal does not have to reflect the scale. Every goal does not have to be a number. They can be a whole lot of different things. And all those changes and all those goals will help you get to the end result, which is that number on the scale. Remember that. Don't sell yourself short. So friends, that is it. This is the second week of your weight loss questions answered, which is the monthly theme. I know I was way off track. I know I was out there in left field, but sometimes this goes faster than this, and who knows what comes out of this. You know that about me if you've been with me a while. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for taking time out of your very busy day to spend it with me. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love you to hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell, and you'll know every time I upload, which is several times a week. Leave me a comment. Let me know how your weigh-in went. Let me know if you set a goal. If it's a weight loss goal, a life goal, or maybe who knows what kind of goal. Just let me know down in the comments. And if you know someone who could benefit from this video, please feel free to share it. Thanks again for watching. I'll leave a couple videos linked over here that you might enjoy, and I will see you all in my next video.